Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly Connect. So in this video we will learn how to integrate Stripe and QuickBooks. So our use case is pretty simple. When a new payment is received in Stripe, it will automatically create an invoice in QuickBooks. Now Stripe is an excellent payment processing platform and QuickBooks is an accounting software. So what we are going to do is we are going to send the data from Stripe to QuickBooks. But there is one minor problem. There is no integration between Stripe and QuickBooks. So in cases like these, we need to bring a third app to properly connect them both. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate Stripe and QuickBooks. And the best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills and programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you on my screen.
Okay, so to begin the process, first type pabbly.com in your browser. Pabbly.com. Press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. Here hover on products and at the bottom you will find the option called as connect. Click on connect and then just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also create your own free account in just 2 minutes. Here, I would like to mention one more thing that Pabbly Connect offers a plan where this integration can be tried out absolutely free. So you just have to clone the template of its workflow, which is available in the description box. Once you clone the template, you will get immediate access to this amazing workflow in your account. Okay, so scroll down and at the bottom you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner you will find a button, create workflow. Click this. A dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Stripe to QuickBooks. Stripe to QuickBooks. Then click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Stripe? Because we want to send the data from Stripe. Okay, so now in the trigger event, how about we make it as new charge? Okay, so new charge is basically a trigger event. So your obvious question is, what is a trigger event? Trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question, if the condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new charge is made, then what action should be taken by the system? Actually, there are many more triggers like new customer, new invoice, new order, new refund, new coupon, new plan, and so on. However, in case if you don't find the trigger of your choice, you can make a request to our team at admin@pabbly.com for the specific trigger that you want to build. But at present, I just want to send the data when a new charge is made in Stripe. Okay, so basically at this point, we are just trying to integrate Stripe to Pabbly Connect. So let's have a visit to Stripe. So this is my Stripe account. So first of all, we have to go to this part called as developers. Click this. Okay, so under developers, you will find the option called as webhooks. Click this. Okay, so click on this button called as add endpoint. At the right side, you will find the button called as add endpoint. Click this. Okay, so now we have to give an endpoint URL. So just remove this and go to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the endpoint URL or the webhook URL you want. Copy this and simply paste it here. The description can be left empty. The version will remain same. Now coming to the most important part. So we want to send the data when a new charge is succeeded or captured. So new charge succeeded. We will go with the one that is succeeded. Charge succeeded. Charge succeeded. This one. Okay. So just click on add endpoint. Okay, so as you can see, the status it is showing it as enabled. So basically it means that we have integrated Stripe to Pabbly Connect. This means anytime a new payment is made in Stripe, Pabbly Connect has to capture this data. So as to ensure that Pabbly Connect captures this data, let me go to Pabbly Connect and click on this button, capture webhook response. Click this. Okay, so it is showing it is waiting for the data. So let me go to Stripe and let's make one dummy payment in Stripe. So I'm going to payments, create payments. Okay, so the amount is worth about 125. Okay, and the currency is US dollars. And we are going to add a new customer. Okay, so the name of the customer is Joshua Briggins. And this is the account email, Joshua Briggins 123@gmail.com. Okay, and the description is in the description, how about we enter the company name in which Joshua works or Joshua owns. So Joshua is a part of a network called as CNN. Okay, and the billing information, it's same as account email. Now we are going to choose a country, so I'm going with India because the details are quite easy to fill. Nothing particular reason for that. And then in the address line 2 we have this is the address line 2. The city is Bhopal. Okay, the postal code is this one. The state is Madhya Pradesh. This is the phone number. Okay, so we can ignore the time zone. We can go with the language as English, the currency as US dollars. The tax status is taxable or exempt. How about we make it as exempt? Okay, so these are the details. The name is Joshua Briggins. This is the account email. This is the description, and this is the billing details. This is the phone number. Excellent. And then this is the tax status, that is exempted, and we are not going to enter the tax ID. Okay, so just click on add customer. Okay, so in the description we can also again type CNN because there is a field in QuickBooks that demands the company name. The statement descriptor, that means my company is Pabbly, so I'm making it as Pabbly. Okay, so we are entering the card details and going to click on submit on payment. Okay, so a payment of $125 has been made. So how about we go to Pabbly Connect to check whether it has captured this detail. So let me go to Pabbly Connect. Yes, the data has been captured. So these are the details regarding the event. Okay, so as you can see, the event was okay, so the event was about the charge. Okay, that is basically mean payment captured. So where are the details? So this is the description, that is CNN, but where are the details regarding the customer? I mean, where is Joshua Briggins? So there is no data regarding the customer. So your obvious question is how I'm going to get that. Okay, so actually all our data is present in this address. There is an address called as customer ID. Okay, let me show you that. Okay, so where is that? Object customer. So let's search for that. Okay, so as you can see, this is the ID. This is the address where all the details of the customer, like the name, email, address, phone number, all those details are present in this particular address. Okay, so basically we have to extract all that details from this particular ID. So your obvious question is how I'm going to do that. It's actually pretty easy. So just scroll down and click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So in the choose app, how about we make it as Stripe once again, because we want to extract the customer related information. Okay, so now in the action event, just scroll down and click on retrieve a customer. Just click on connect with Stripe. Okay, so this time in the new credentials is demanding the token. So to get the token, let's have a visit to Stripe once again. Okay, so scroll down at the developers to the developers, click this, and here you will find the option API keys. Just above the webhooks, you will find the option called as API keys. Click this. Okay, so as you can see, so this is the key we want. Okay, the secret key. So just click on reveal test key. Copy this and simply paste it here. Okay, so we have entered the key. Let me check. We have entered the correct key. Yes. Okay, the correct key has been entered. Just click on save. Okay, so when you click on save, a blank called as customer ID appears in front of you. So we have to basically fill in this particular detail. So this is the customer ID you want. So basically you have to enter this detail here. So your obvious question is how I'm going to do that. So let me introduce you to this button. This is called as the mapping button. Click this, scroll down. So where was our customer object customer ID? Okay, so let me scroll down. Okay, so what was the customer? Let's just type customer in case it's finding difficult to search. Okay, so this is the customer ID. Excellent. So to retrieve all the information related to customer, we have entered the customer ID and just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, these are the details that we had filled in as a dummy customer. So this is the address city, that is Bhopal. This is the address country, that is India. The line 1 E105 Ashok Enclave. Then this is line 2 SBI Nagar, and this is the postal code 462023, and the state is Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so let me scroll down more. Okay, so this is email Joshua Brigin. So where is the name? This is the name Joshua Brigin, and this is the phone number. Excellent. So basically we have got all the details sufficient enough to create a customer first in QuickBooks and then create an invoice again in QuickBooks. So before we do, let me show you something. So let us scroll up and scroll up. Okay, so as you can see, in the amount we had actually filled it as $125. On the other hand, this is showing the detail as $10,000 or $12,500. It is showing it as $12,500, but we want the amount charged as $125. So basically 2 additional extra zeros has been added, and so we actually have to remove it before we create an invoice in QuickBooks. Otherwise, there's a huge difference between $125 and $12,500. I hope you're getting the point. This is kind of wrong. Okay, so basically we have to remove this double zero. So your obvious question once more is how I'm going to do that. It's actually pretty simple. Scroll down and just click on this plus button. Okay, so when you click on this plus button, another action window opens up. This time in the choose app, let's make it as API. Okay. Now in the action event, let's keep it as get. Okay, so your obvious question now is, what is an endpoint URL? So when an API interacts with another system, the touch point of this communication are called as endpoints. For example, we want to trim this number. Okay, so this is the number that we want to trim. So basically we are going to use a service, and the service is located in this address. So this is the address in which the service is located. So your next question is where I'm going to find this endpoint URL. Well, I have added in the description box below. You basically all you have to do is just copy this and paste it here in this endpoint URL blank. Okay, so now in the authentication, we just have to just click on set parameter. Now in the set parameter, we are just going to type in it as amount, and in the amount we have to mention that is 12,500. Okay, so click this, and this is the amount. Okay, so basically what it will do is it will just trim the amount. So let's have a look after just clicking on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is now showing the correct amount, that is $125, not $12,500. Okay, so basically we have trimmed this amount to this. Excellent. So now we are actually ready to sync all of our details to QuickBooks to first create a customer and then create an invoice. So first of all, we are going to create a customer. So just click on this plus button. And when you click on this plus button, another action window opens up. So this time in the choose app, let's make it as QuickBooks. QuickBooks. Okay, so now in the action event, how about we make it as create a customer? Okay, so just click on connect with QuickBooks Online. In the new credentials, just again click on connect with QuickBooks Online. Okay, so it's trying to connect. Okay, so it is showing the authorization is successful. Just click on OK. So when you click on OK, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you. The purpose of this blank is very simple. We are going to create a customer from the data that we have received from Stripe via Pabbly Connect. So for example, in the display name, we are just going to map in the name that we have received from Stripe. So I have already introduced you to this button. This is called as the mapping button. Just click this. Okay, so the name was Joshua Brigins, right? Okay, so we have mapped it. Now in the given name, we are just going to map again the same name, that is Joshua Brigins. Okay, so we can ignore the middle name, the family name, and all those things. Now coming to the title, we can also ignore that. Suffix, ignore that. Company name was CNN, I guess. Yes, this is the company name, and we had entered that in the description of Stripe. So coming to the phone number or the mobile number. Okay, so this is the phone number. The mobile number can be ignored. Okay, so coming to the email, since we don't have any information regarding the fax, so we are just going to ignore that. Now coming to the email, so this is the email. We can ignore the website. GST registration type, if we can ignore the GST number is can be ignored. Okay, now coming to the billing address. So this is the billing address. Okay, we don't have data regarding the billing address, but I think we have some address. Okay, that was shipping address. So since shipping address and billing address are same, so we are just going to map all the details in the billing address. Or okay, we will map all the details in the shipping address. Okay. So shipping address 1 is E105 Ashokan Cliff. Then we have the shipping address 2. So let me scroll down. Address 2. So this is the address line 2. The city I think was Bhopal. Okay. Then the state code, address code was this one, postal code. And the country was IN, I guess, India, I guess. I actually don't remember what were the details we have entered in Stripe. Okay. So basically we have entered all the codes. Okay, so we can ignore all these blanks. It's not really necessary. So to create a customer at this point, just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing that a customer has been created. His name is Joshua Briggins. So let's have a look in QuickBooks. So we are going to customer. Okay, so let's have a look whether we have a guy called as Joshua Briggin. Yes, we have a customer called as Joshua Briggin, and this is the phone number. And at present, his balance is $0. So basically, now we are ready to create an invoice. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And let me create another action window so that we can map all the details to create an invoice. So this time again, let's make it as QuickBooks. Okay, so now in the action event, how about we just click on create an invoice. Okay, so just click on connect with QuickBooks Online. In the new credentials, just again click on connect with QuickBooks Online. Okay, so it is showing the authorization is successful. Just click on OK. Okay, so when you click on OK, a set of blanks has appeared in front of you once again. And as I mentioned before, this time the purpose of the blank is very simple. We are going to create an invoice. So in the customer, it is showing it as default 𝗪𝗻𝘆. So basically our customer was not 𝗪𝗻𝘆. Our customer was Joshua Briggin. So first of all, let's toggle this to the right. Before we toggle this to the right, how about we expand this? So basically it is showing all the customer that is present in my QuickBooks account. So as you can see, these are all the customers that is present in my account. So this is the customer called as 𝗪𝗻𝘆 that is present here, and it is being reflected here. Since QuickBooks is connected with Pabbly Connect, all the data that is present here is just being reflected here. We have a customer called as Joshua Briggins. So there is a customer called as Joshua Briggins. So this time we are not just going to map this as a Joshua Briggins, because this data happens to be a static data. We want a dynamic data. So we are just going to toggle this to the right. Okay, and remove this 10. And when a customer was created, so it assigned an ID. So this is the ID, okay, customer ID, that is 10. So basically we have to map this detail here. Okay, in the customer, we basically have to map this detail here. So all we have to do is just click on this mapping button and scroll down. Okay, so let me scroll down. So where is our customer ID? All we have to do is just type, just enter in customer ID. So just type 10 first, and it will start giving the details. Yes, this is the one, customer ID, that is 10. Okay, so we have entered the customer ID, and then we have the blank called as email to fill. We are not going to do that because already we have created a customer. And then the shipping address, all of them are practically the same. Okay, so we are not going to do that. Similarly with the billing address. Okay, so what we are interested in is this quantity. Okay, so the quantity was 1, so we are just typing it as 1. Okay, so the unit price and the unit price was $125. We have basically mapped it. So let me go with 125. This is the amount. Okay, and the amount is once again 125. So 125. Okay, so the customer memo can be ignored, the private note can be ignored, allow online ACH payment ignored, allow online credit card payment can be ignored, tax rate can be ignored. Okay, so transaction tax details. So in case if you are not going to enter any kind of transaction tax detail, all you have to do is just click on, just enter 0. Similarly for the global tax calculation, we are just keeping it as tax is excluded from the price. Okay, so now comes the discount percentage. If you're not going to enter any kind of discount percentage, all you have to do is just enter 0. Okay, so the currency was US dollars. We have already mentioned the exchange rate can be ignored. Okay, so basically that's enough data to create an invoice. Just scroll down and just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing the data has been sent. So let's have a look in QuickBooks whether we have an invoice. So let me click this. Okay, so yes, there is an invoice regarding Joshua Briggins. So let's select this. Okay, so the invoice is $125. Excellent. So the presence of this invoice in QuickBooks shows that we have successfully integrated Stripe and QuickBooks with help of Pabbly Connect. So how about we double check if our integration is working fine or not. But before we do that, let me explain you the whole process in a nutshell. So I'm going back to Pabbly Connect and I'm just going to minimize all of my action windows and trigger window. Okay, so I'm minimizing this action window. Okay, and I'm minimizing this action window. Okay, I have minimized this action window. Okay, so I have minimized this action window. Also, I'm going to minimize this trigger window. Okay, so basically this is the whole process in a nutshell. First you integrated Stripe to Pabbly Connect, and then you have used an action window to retrieve the data of the customer. And then you have used an action window to trim the amount. Okay, and then you have integrated QuickBooks to Pabbly Connect, and then you have created a customer. Also, after creating a customer, you have again integrated QuickBooks to Pabbly Connect to create an invoice. So now there is a perfect flow of data between Stripe and QuickBooks. Excellent. So how about we go back to Stripe and make some dummy payment once more. So I'm just going to click on create payment. Okay, so this time the payment is of 500 or okay, 500 or 500. Okay, so the currency is US dollars. The customer is, we're just going to create a new customer. The name of the customer is how about Elizabeth Snow. Okay, and Snow Elizabeth 12345 @gmail.com to make it more unique. Okay, so the description she works in is Fox News. Okay, so the country is she's from Algeria, and these are the details of an Algerian dummy customer. She lives in DLF enclave or something, and address line 2 near some park, and this is the postal code for 74001. The city is Brunei. I don't know. Just filling in some dummy details, that's all. 9131323914. Okay, and the time zone, no, we are not going to include in time zone. The language is Arabic. The currency is US dollars. Tax status exempt, and just click on add customer. Okay, the description, let's make it as Fox News, and the statement descriptor is of course Pabbly. This is the credit card details. It has been entered. Just click on submit payment. Okay, a payment of $500 has been made. So let's have a look in the invoice whether we have an invoice regarding Elizabeth Snow. So I'm just going to refresh this. Okay. Okay, yes, there is an invoice of Elizabeth Snow, and it is worth $500. Excellent. So our integration is working absolutely fine. This means anytime a new Stripe payment is made, it will be reflected as an invoice in QuickBooks.
Not just these two apps, you can integrate up plenty of applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, contact us at admin@pabbly.com. Our dedicated team members will help you to automate your workflows. Or better, just visit our website www.pabbly.com. It's awesome. Thanks.